Hi everyone, and welcome back to the third video in this interview series. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the other two videos in this series where I talk about how you should answer the tell me about yourself question and why this company question. If you're new to this channel, I'd highly encourage you to subscribe and not miss out on my videos that I upload twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. But while you're subscribing, be sure to also like and comment to help out the channel. As I've mentioned countless times in my past videos, preparing for your interviews is important and necessary regardless of that kind of interview. Whether you're going into a programming interview with a computer science background to a technical interview for a finance-oriented position, each interview matters because that's the last thing stopping you from landing your dream job. But when it comes to the behavioral interview, why should they hire you? What sets you apart from the rest of the candidates who are just as qualified, if not more than qualified than you? This is where your story matters and separates you from the rest of the candidates. What makes you unique? What do you bring to the table that they're looking for? These are questions that should be running in the back of your mind when being asked, why hire you? So you should have your best answer prepared and ready to share with confidence. There are a couple pieces of crucial advice that go into formulating the best answer possible. Keep in mind, however, that there isn't a cookie cutter answer everyone can use, otherwise you wouldn't be unique and they just hire the first person who just gave that answer. When it comes to answering this question, it's always best to prepare by taking some time to reflect and go over what you've done to be in the position you're in right now. What's brought you to where you are today? Was it meeting the right people? So, networking? Also, link in my bio below to check out my networking series. Or was it through certain projects or accomplishments that distinguished you as a hard worker who's diligent and exceeds the directed instructions? You should always look back at your experiences to reflect and see what the recruiters and company are wanting from star candidates. Even when you don't think you've done something amazing or something that stands out, that's very subjective to what you think is normal and varies by perspective. That's why I highly encourage everyone to take some time before an interview to frame their answers and practice them with someone for feedback. See what they think of the content you're sharing, and sometimes more importantly, how are you sharing it? When you have anecdotes ready to share, you don't have to worry about all those awkward silences or let fear build on the inside because you didn't know something or how to answer it. By being able to look back at what you've accomplished, you're one step closer to answering the why hire you question. Keep in mind that I only said one step closer because there's still more work that needs to be done. Coming up with a knockout response requires a lot of inner reflection, but also due diligence because you'll also be needing to do one of my favorite things to answer this question well: research. Don't forget to research and learn more about that company. Watch other videos on YouTube that talk about the company or employees so you can get a feel for what they're doing or what the culture is like. Visit the company's website to learn more about their projects and accolades and find a way to properly express those in your answer. You don't obviously want to copy-paste their accomplishment in your answer because that would just be weird, but you do want to mention it if it fits into what you're saying. What I also like doing in certain instances is also mention why I'm choosing this company. A fair warning though, if you go down this path, you don't want to answer why this company. If you're interested in knowing that, I'll link a video to that below. The reason I even bring this up is because there has to have been some reason for you to have wanted to apply to that company. And vice versa, there must have been some reason for them to want to interview you. Think about what might have set you apart and highlight your uniqueness during this part of the interview. Depending on the interview or position I was applying for, I mentioned how my communication and collaboration skills are different, being that I come from a cultured background and can speak 5 languages. By knowing multiple tongues, I can communicate easily with clients and teammates who share in these languages. But again though, I didn't use this answer to all my interview questions and only for the ones that it made sense for. But to bring all these ideas together, you need to do one thing, and that's to build your story. Build your story in such a way where it hits all the points that I mentioned earlier in an eloquent manner. Just mentioning what you've done, then jumping into another interesting fact that you noticed on their website or after talking to someone isn't the right way to go about it and requires some refining. But if you've taken the time to do all this, then you should be more than prepared to answer why they should hire you. With that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. If you're still not at the interview process just yet, then I'd highly encourage you to begin or continue your networking with professionals in that field or at certain companies to develop your knowledge and acumen within a certain industry. For your reference, I've also made a networking series where I share different modes of networking like cold emailing or via LinkedIn to help in your network development process. If you'd like more one-on-one guidance and mentorship with your interview prep, definitely visit my website ryanrafi.com and schedule an appointment using the promo codes that I've linked in my bio below. As always, thanks. Until next time.